Okay, we're at the Stater Brothers gun grab. There's an unmarked police vehicle with no license plate. He's watching everybody, number one. So, officer, there's all the cars. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got a whole line of cars here. We are in Victorville right now at the Stater Brothers, and people are here lined up to turn in their guns for grocery cards for Stater Brothers. They got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I hope these cops respect the law and don't try to make me turn off the camera. So we got a whole bunch of people turning in their guns today. Maybe we have a public information officer here. There's about 30 cars in line here. Got a big group. The whole trails today. You should point it down, actually. No? So they just got some sort of rifle there. The sheriff is delivering it to the van. There's one. They're being very good. There's one. So we have here the little canopy. I don't know what they're doing here. I'm going to try to talk to some of the people. Oh, they're handing them something. Just reporting because it's interesting. They're doing a gun buyback, and they're giving the grocery cards, right?
Right.
Did you participate in that this morning?
Oh yeah.
Can I ask you why you decided to do that?
Well, it was a gun that I'm not using. I had no need for it. I wouldn't want someone to break into my home. Right. And get the gun and use it on my family or anyone else. So it's best to return it.
Did you hear recently the San Bernardino District Attorney said that he advised everybody to lock your doors and load your guns a couple of months ago? Did you hear about that? Because they're in bankruptcy and, you know, the crime is high and the police are cutting back. What do you say to that? Like, aren't you actually, shouldn't it be better to keep and arm yourself, or?
Well, you know, you can look at it both ways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Someone breaking your house, they got a weapon, you want to defend yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
So you do believe in the right and Second Amendment and stuff?
Well, yeah, defend yourself. You think I want someone to hurt my wife? Oh, no.
You take him out in a second, right?
Oh.
But what do you think about, honestly, what do you think about the people who say, actually in the first gun control laws, from what I've read, were to keep slaves from owning guns in this country? So, you know, I don't know if you've read about that, but what do you think about that argument?
That I haven't heard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I wouldn't comment on that.
Okay, well, thanks for your time. Appreciate it. Oh, this way?
Or along the curb line right here.
Are you the same guy that told me that the public information officer is over here?
Yep, just walk along the curb.
Outside, right?
Stay on this side,
okay,
please.
thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning. The officer told me I could ask you guys about is there's a public information officer here today I could speak to? What's her name, do you know? The woman? Or?
Yes, the one in the gray shirt.
Are you a member of the press, sir?
Yes. The gray shirt?
You have your credentials?
No, I don't need a press card. It's First Amendment. Yeah.
Just make sure you stand that side of the line.
Sure, okay. And you said the woman in the gray shirt? Yes. Okay, thank you. Hi there, I'm here to talk to the public information officer. Did I just go through here, or how do I get over there?
Let me call her over for you.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Hey, Jody, when you have a minute.
Hi there.
Hi, how are you?
I'm pretty good. How you doing today?
I'm good, thank you.
My name's Martin Hill. I'm a freelance writer doing an article on this gun buyback today. Do you mind answering a few questions?
Of course not.
Could you state your name for the record, please, first?
Jody Miller, Jodimiller, Public Information Officer, San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department.
Okay. How's it going so far this morning, and have you ever had one of these in San Bernardino before?
Today is the first countywide gun buyback program. It's a collaborative effort between 10 of the police agencies throughout the county as well. There are six different locations, and we have had an overwhelming response here in Victorville.
Really?
The event was also scheduled to begin at 10, and at 8:30 we were sending the first cars through. So it's really been an overwhelming response.
Wow.
A number of people that we've made contact with state that these are weapons that they have had in their homes, no longer wanting to possess them, and they seem very appreciative of this gun buyback program and the opportunity to surrender these weapons. Of course, not wanting these weapons to ever possibly fall into the hands of criminal activity. So they feel safer that the guns are not in their home. Had a few people state that they had cleaned out their garage, inherited these weapons, located them in their garage, and knew that the right thing to do was to ensure that they did not show up on the streets.
And how much do they get for the weapons? I understand they get a grocery card.
Right, Stater Brothers, it's $50 for an inoperable weapon, $100 for handguns, shotguns, rifles, and assault weapons are up to $200 worth of Stater Brothers gift cards.
And so no cash is given out at all?
No cash, it's Stater Brothers gift cards. And we're thankful to Stater Brothers. They allowed us to utilize part of their parking lot today, which works out well. People are surrendering unwanted firearms. They can turn around and park and go in and buy groceries.
Yeah. And you don't do any check or background check or ask for their name or ID? Or
There's no questions asked. No one has asked their name. They don't even exit their vehicles. When they make contact with the deputy, they tell them what they have, where in the vehicle that it's located. We've stressed that they need to be in the rear of vehicles, unloaded, or in the trunks of cars. Everybody has been receptive to that. And the process that they go through, then there's it's determined what type of gun they have, whether or not it's operative, and then they're given their gift card as they pull out.
And do you know if you came across any weapons that are currently illegal in California this morning so far?
Not to my knowledge. I would have to check with our range masters, who are the ones that are taking in and identifying these weapons. These weapons will be, there will be records checks conducted on all weapons to see if any of them come back stolen. In the event that the weapons are identified to be stolen, the Sheriff's Department will make every attempt to return them to their rightful owner.
Oh, okay. And one more question regarding the San Bernardino City District Attorney recently, a few months ago, it kind of went viral on the internet. He told at a city council meeting, he advised all the residents, lock your doors and load your guns. He gave, because decreased police presence and bankruptcy and high crime rate and murder. Have you heard that, and what do you think about the DA telling people to, quote, lock your doors and load your guns, and then at the same time the county's asking people to turn their guns in?
I'm not familiar with the statements that are possibly made by the district attorney, but what I can tell you is today's program is meant for, it's a voluntary surrender of weapons, and we've had an overwhelming response. All the citizens that I've talked to are very appreciative that they are able to come into a safe environment and turn in guns that they no longer want to have in their possession. They've also made statements that, you know, in the unfortunate event that their house a possibility that it could have been burglarized, these weapons definitely will not fall into the hands of criminals.
And can you determine whether the people, are they generally Second Amendment supporters, or are they anti-gun, or you don't know?
I haven't.
You don't deal with that, right?
Had any of those type of discussions. Like I said, this program has always been stated as a voluntary surrender. Each and every person that has come through this line has been very appreciative of the opportunity to be able to surrender unwanted or unnecessary guns.
So does the San Bernardino County Sheriff's have a position on advocacy of Second Amendment rights and self-defense in the home? Or
I won't be making any type of statements like that today. But today is all about this gun buyback program and the fact that the citizens of San Bernardino County have been extremely receptive to the opportunity to surrender unwanted guns.
Well, thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it.
Welcome.
Okay.